Okay, so this is my last review of the night, probably, because I'm tired. And I'm not very well, actually, thinking about it, but let's not go into that. You guys remember I reviewed this guy, and I was like, yes! And now I've got the Generations figure, which I was really wanting, and I paid through the nose to get it from Big Bad Toy Store, and then I got stiffed for customs charges, which has meant I'm never buying from Big Bad Toy Store ever again. Sorry, I'm not doing it. And they keep sending me emails, and I put them into the spam folder. Because I'm sorry, if you're not even going to give me any kind of hint towards customs charges, I'm going to have to pay almost the same again to get your products. No, I'm sorry, Big Bad Toy Store. Bad store. Very bad store. No, wash your face and go to bed. I don't know where I'm going with that. But anyway, there's this guy, and we're not doing the Regenerations one. Nah, no. We missed a step if we were doing that. Nah, let's go all the way back to Transmetals. Transmetal's Waspinator. I loved Waspinator. He was probably my favourite character from the Beast Wars. I loved Rat Trap. Obviously, I love Dinobot. Everyone does. But Waspinator. Waspinator, come on. And there's just something about him. You know, obviously, I've now got. I think apart from the little figurines that don't transform, I think there's only the gun that came with one of the classics, Generations, whatever it is, sets. I think it was like a Starscream and a Waspinator gun. I think I've only not got that, and I've got very nearly every Waspinator that's been out. So it's like 4. And that's not including repaints. I don't. Come on. But look at him. This is. It's a black, gold, red with translucent green wings wasp. And it's absolutely ridiculous. And considering what this guy was like, with his stiff, no moving legs and all the rest of it, these are all ball joints. Look at this. I mean, the back legs are a bit, whatever. But they were on him, so let's not complain. But it's unbelievable. And even like the little mandibles open. This is like next level compared to the original. And I love the original. But this is like, really? But putting all this extra effort in, and there's more to come, did it lose a little bit of the charm from the original? I'm sad to say I think it did. I don't know why. Possibly because this was never on screen. But I don't know. But we'll just do a quick size comparison with side swipe, and then we'll get into like the wings and stuff. So there's side swipe. Bit of a size difference considering, well, the body's probably not much bigger, but then you've got the wings and the legs. And just for the sake of it, let's do the wings. So you've got the little ones here on a ball joint. You've got the big ones at the front, which are on a hinge forward and back, and a hinge out to the side. So you've got something this kind of size, which was an old deluxe, and then something this size, which is a warrior class. There's no comparison, really, is there? Well, there is comparison, and they win. So yeah, you can put the wings out, and you can bend the legs up and do things like that, and you can kind of wiggle this a little bit, but not much. And it's fun. It's got his name on the wing, look. Waspinator. Because they did that on the Transmetals for some reason. Because I don't know. I don't know why. At least this guy comes out a lot better than the Rhinox that I did a review on a few weeks back. Now, the whole thing about the Transmetals was, apart from the fact that they were the old characters turned into like a more robotic version of, they also got a third mode, usually very forcefully shoehorned in third mode, but they got one. And all Waspy is no exception. And it's a weird one. So what we're going to do is we're going to tilt the head forward, open the mouthpiece, and get this bit that's just been hanging under his head the whole time, flip it all the way forward, and we'll just close the mandibles around the back of it again. What does that look like, kids? Yeah, you've guessed where this is going, haven't you? At which point we're going to straighten the legs out and turn them at the swivel here, Where am I? That swivel there. So we're going to turn them upside down and fold this flat underneath, which strangely enough will come into play for the robot mode. So we're on our way to the robot mode, basically, slowly. So we'll turn that one, flip this underneath, peg it in, and just fold these legs so they're sort of sticking out the back. And again. And then these wings on the ball joints, we need to move them on this hinge and rotate this whole piece all the way around to the back. Turn them so they're sort of like that, something. We'll adjust them in a bit properly. So we'll bring it around, turn them so they're sort of like that. And then we're going to use these big hinges in the wings. Just fold the tips over. Come on. Come on. And using these big tabs, we're going to just tab it together there. And tab it together there. Now, ideally, you just flatten it off and shove them back. But I don't think that works very well. I prefer to bring them back while they're up in the air. And then flatten them off. Because then they go around these tail pieces a bit better. And what we've now sort of got is a jet with the wings and the tail fins and the cockpit. And there are little engines in the back there. See those? See, I suppose this figure depends on if you were sold by this as a kid. If you saw this mode and you're like, that's awesome, I love it. Or if you went, that's really forced, isn't it? Because sadly, I'm in the latter camp. I think it's neat he's got it, but I'm not in love with it. And it's a shame. And it kind of killed the figure for me, unfortunately. I still like him and I've still kept him all these years, but yeah, nah. Not a fan of that, really. Oh well. So for transformation to robot mode, because I'm not doing a size comparison with this. You've seen how big he is. We're just gonna put the wings back the way they were. Oh dear me. Oh, 3 reviews back to back. Come on. The power of not editing. Speaking of editing, at some point you guys might get a review out of not a review, a video out of Ninja Bill, which I totally had nothing to do with. Anyway. Okay, now this goes into sort of weirdo pseudo G2 transformation style, which is to say, this piece under here, come on camera, this piece here, on this hinge, it tabs in at the, well, sort of pegs in at the sides here. We need to undo these pegs and bring down on this hinge. So we're going to wriggle it loose, bring it down to there. And then we've got a combination of this hinge and this hinge, I think. Or are they on this hinge as well? Basically, these 3 hinges are going to do some stuff in a minute. But first, we need to sort out this back end because I forgot. So we're going to sort of like push on the engine a bit. Can we do that? Yeah. Just get one of these to pop out. At which point, we're going to bring it around on the underside of the hinge that would have moved the tail fin for the plane mode. Bring that out to the side. Get that loose. Bring it around to the side. Now we can rotate these around at the upper swivel and the swivel. And now what we need to do, I'm not sure which of these hinges moves, to be honest with you, but the pegs that were pegged into the holes there and there, those 2, these have now got to go into these slight little half moon cuts here and here. It does go in. It's just a little bit fiddly to line it up because, like I say, there's about 3 hinges to wiggle with. So we're going to fold this over and come on, sort yourself out. And can I see where I'm going? Sort of. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. At which point we're just going to bring the arms out to the side. Ooh, what am I doing? And just sort of shove these wasp legs out of the way. Out of the way. Out of the way. Bring the arms down again. Try and adjust the head of it. And I'm just going to bring the wings down on the back out of the way. Just to, Fine. And that is Transmetal 2 Waspinator in his robot mode. Come on, camera. Oh, come on. And he's alright. I mean, the head is a bit weird for a Waspinator. It's fine, but a bit weird. And he's just very, very busy. There's something going on everywhere. He's really busy. Like the legs sticking out everywhere. He's got the wings. All this stuff on the body means he's got no waist, and the legs will only go like so far forward unless you bring them out to the side. Why does that one not want to move at all? Weird. This one wants to go up, that one doesn't. That's interesting. Or if I got to turn it on the ball joints so things don't... There we go. That little thing on the top of the thigh there was catched on the inside. You know, the arms are a bit plain. They can wiggle and they can go in and out. And they do all the stuff you want them to. They just seem a bit plain, you know? A bit. And that's not a pun, by the way, for the third mode. The head's kind of buried in there and it can't really move much. And kind of feel like, there you go, just press it all together so that's not as obvious a gap. It's just... It's messy. That's my one problem with it. It's messy. There's nothing. There's too much going on. It's not there's nothing going on. There's too much. I wonder if I can do this without... Yeah, I think I can do. This pegs in underneath there, you know, where the two pegs tab in. This just plugs in there. And this is the weapon. It's a big thing. Presumably the Stinger. Now you can plug it into the hand if you want. Oh, can you? Yeah, you should be able to. There you go. You can plug it into the hand if you want. But me being me, I always kind of pseudo-secret it and just arm mounted it. And now he's got an arm stingery sword jobby thingy. And even that doesn't quite redeem him. He's very messy. I mean, let's just bring the wings out. Just, yeah. He's got the wings. He's got the wasp legs. He's got his own arms. He's got his own legs. He's got the cockpit as a cockpit, so to speak. This is popped loose, which is annoying. Another thing that's kind of annoying about him. It's just there's too much going on. There's too much. Too much. Like I say, I do love this guy, and I've kept him all these years, and you know, I don't want to get rid of him. I'd never get rid of him. You know, but I can sit here in front of the camera and admit to you there's too much going on. Now, if I just very quickly transform this on screen, if I can transform this very quickly on screen, because I think I'm doing things wrong already, but it's fine, we'll make do. Dear me, I wasn't well last night. I was awake half the night and then I wasn't well in the morning. I went to work and I wasn't particularly well at work, but I got it done and I'm off tomorrow. Yay! I'm not going to do a lot of reviews tomorrow. Boo! But it's my own fault for being lazy. Boo! But I'll get to 400. Yay! Have I kept talking, distracted you while I've transformed this figure? Very nearly! Hooray! Come on. There we go. Separate. Bring it down. Peg either side. Come on, peg it. Peg in. Don't play games. Come on. There we go. You know what? Just get out of the way, wings. Get out of the way, arms. So, let me just stand him straight. There we go. You see the difference between the two, yeah? This guy's got everything going on. And this guy is quite basic, quite simple. No thrills, no frills. But that one's way more Waspinator than that one. Granted, it could just be because that's more accurate to the television program. And that's just, I don't know what that is. And it's a shame, it is. Because it's a well-designed thing. There's just too much. Just too much. And I'm somewhat disappointed in myself for not loving him. And this review's gone way too long. What have I been doing? So we'll bring in Tailgate. And we'll bring in Bumblebee. So he's about standard deluxe warrior class, whatever it is you call them size these days. I'm still calling them deluxes because that's what I'm like. So he's about standard deluxe size. He's a reasonable size. He's just very busy, very, very busy. He's a busy, busy bee. Wow, it took me that long in the reviews to pull that joke out. Oh, no. I'm disappointed in myself. You can be disappointed in me too. It's fine. Let's all be disappointed together. Sounds like my last Saturday night. No, I'm only kidding. That was years ago. Anyway, enough depression. Let's get out of here because I could upload all these yet. So, I should be ugly. I should be wretched. I shall see all of you in my third mode. Wait, this is my third review of the night. This is my third mode. Oh no!